This is my small bonsai tree, and I can use it to create this beautiful nano cube for my desk. And for some reason, a lot of people think that these kinds of builds are very difficult to make. But no, I can show you how I built this one in just few minutes. And after watching this video, I bet you will be able to do it as well. It's not complicated, not very expensive, and requires very few materials. And for me, it's the first step to something much bigger and way more complicated. But we will get to it in a second. This is the tank I will be using for this build. Small 17 cm nano cube. Good size for desk nano tank dedicated to snails or few cherry shrimp. And now to the very important part. We need to find a perfect piece of spider wood, and that piece will act as a tree trunk. To make it look good, try to use something that is quite thick. It doesn't necessarily have to be tall. Luckily, I was able to find that piece. It will be just perfect. And remember that you can always adjust it if needed. You can cut some branches, make it shorter, and so on. Once we have the basis for our tree, it should be easy to pick the stone that fits to it and will act as a base. For this purpose, I will use one of those small Sirius stones. They have a good shape and are full of details, and that always makes the tank look a bit bigger. Look at that! It looks like it will work just perfect. Now I can join those two together with cyanoacrylate glue. It will make the further work on the tree much easier. And now that I have the base of the tree ready, I can put much more details, like branches. Here I just have to experiment. Look at this. Using this very small piece, I can make the entire tree look much denser. See how much better it looks already? All it took was few small pieces of driftwood and some glue. Of course, you can use more pieces and just play with them to create this kind of shape. And again, remember that you can cut those pieces, you can adjust them, you can break them. It's never perfect from the start. I think it looks great already and really like a small tree. And here you can see that I created this from few pieces. But now look at this cool trick. To make it look even better, we will use the same type of wood to create a root system. It will make it look much more believable. Try to find few pieces that are slightly curved, so we can create this effect like they are growing around this rock. I'm just testing few placements until I find something that I like. There is really nothing difficult about it. Just give it a try. Look how much better it looks with just few pieces of them. And again, once I like the result, I glue everything with cyanoacrylate. Great! It really looks like a tree now. Before I move on, it's good to test it. I do that to make sure that it fits into the tank and fills enough space. And if it doesn't, it's always okay to cut some branches or just add more. But this one is actually perfect. Okay, so let's make our tree green. To do that, I will use one of these, marimo moss balls. They will be just perfect for that. I don't want to waste your time talking about them too much, but if you want to know more about marimo, I will link a video dedicated to them in the description. So now I will just fit few pieces of marimo into the tree. Great thing about this is that I don't have to make the final decision and glue them right now. I can play with it, and find the shape I want. I can move pieces around, shape them, stretch them, cut them. There is no rush. And I can glue it only after I'm satisfied with how it looks. Cool, isn't it? And with Marimo, this effect is really easy to achieve. Okay, I'm happy with how it looks, so I can start gluing those pieces one by one. Next, to make it even more detailed, I will stick few pieces between the roots. It will make it look like a grass is growing between them. It will look nicer and wilder. And finally, to make it even better, I'm gluing those teeny tiny patches on the sides. Those tiny details really make a difference. And now I am really done. And look at it. Looks great in my opinion. It was no more than 10 minutes of work, but it really is gorgeous tiny decoration. I especially like this area with roots growing around the rocks and grass. It's actually not the easiest thing to film for some reason, and in reality it looks a bit better, a bit brighter. But it looks dark on camera because of the contrast, and probably because I don't know how to film it. But anyway, I just love how it looks. As the final part of the build, let's put it in the tank and add few details around it. I will not focus on this part to save your time. The main point of this video was the tree itself. And here we are after I filled the tank with water. It's cool, isn't it? Now I can play with light a bit, I can easily change the details of the tank and just enjoy it. And I do enjoy it because it looks fantastic on my desk as a unique decoration. But what was the main purpose of this build and the video? First of all, to show you the process how I create things like that, and to show you how easy it is. 80% of the work is just looking for the right ingredients, and this is just small wood piece, few rocks and some sticks. All the greenery comes from those amazing marimo balls. So I really encourage you to try it yourself. You will be amazed what you can do with it. I think that the most people are afraid of creating something like this because they don't know how to start, what to use. So again, just take few sticks, some marimo balls and try. I bet you can do it. And this moves me to my second point, because once you're done with this small tree, there is nothing stopping us from moving to the next step and scaling this project up. It's always good to practice and get some experience before moving on to something big. And I think that I achieved that. So, if you want to see the next step of my journey to create perfect bonsai, consider subscribing to not miss that one. If you like this video, please leave a like, it really helps me out. But for now, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.